Don't get involved with this mess. Go home and stay as far away from me as possible. Zoey's eyes were completely flooded with tears from his depressing words. He clearly had been shunned these past few days by his so-called friends. I can't even find half a friend now. As he'd said this, she'd felt her heart breaking for him. She couldn't imagine what it must feel like to have people afraid of you and avoiding you because of their fear. Don't chase me away. This time, Zoey didn't argue with him. Her voice had softened. As soon as she spoke, her tears began to fall. She reached out and wrapped her arms around Blaine's muscular waist to hug him, ignoring everything else. She pressed her face against his soft shirt and whispered, "Blaine, don't chase me away. I'm not leaving. I don't want to leave. Please don't make me. Even if you've been infected, I wouldn't catch it just from being in your apartment. You're a doctor, so why don't you even have this kind of common sense?" Ever a gentleman, Blaine opened the car door for Zoey. "It's late, so drive carefully," he told her. She nodded that she would be careful before telling him, "Don't worry about your leave of absence. The hospital really didn't have much choice under such circumstances. Nothing has been decided or determined yet." Blaine didn't answer her. Zoey knew what Blaine was thinking. If he were diagnosed with HIV, then his dream of being a doctor would come to an end. A dream he obviously wasn't ready to relinquish. "When will your test results be in?" Zoey asked him. "Soon, probably in the next few days," he answered. Zoey knew the longer they made Blaine wait, the more painful the wait would be for him. Zoey looked up at him. "Blaine, when you get your results, no matter what, I hope you'll share them with me." Blaine gazed at her with lowered eyes. "I promise you, you'll be the first to know after me. No matter what the outcome is, I will not hide it from you." "Good." Zoey nodded, a bit choked up. "Then, I'm leaving. Goodbye, Blaine." Seeing the expression on Blaine's face, Zoey felt 1,000 butterflies take flight in her stomach. Blaine gazed deep into Zoey's eyes, unspoken emotions swirling between them. "Zoey, no matter what happens, thank you." Zoey pursed her lips, trying to suppress her whirling emotions. After taking a deep breath, she said to him, "Blaine, if one day, if there ever really comes a day when everyone else in the world abandons you, believe me when I say, I'll be there for you. As long as I'm alive, you will never be alone. I'll always be there for you. I'll always be your friend." As long as she was alive, Blaine would have her and their son. Zoey had already thought about it. If the results of his HIV test were positive, she would have to tell him about Max. She couldn't deny him that last shred of hope. Blaine suddenly let go of her hand. With a hint of coldness slipping into his eyes, he lifted his lips and said, "Goodbye, Zoey." "Goodbye, Blaine." The emptiness that suddenly appeared in Zoey's heart made her feel slightly disappointed. Zoey smiled awkwardly, then started her car and drove away. The days of waiting for Blaine's test results were undoubtedly among the most torturous of Zoey's life. It had been 3 days since she'd seen Blaine, and his results were expected any time now. Zoey was so worried. "Zoey, you wrote another wrong number on this blueprint." Courtney walked over to Zoey's desk with a CAD drawing in her hand. "Oh, is that so? I'm so sorry. Let me check again." Zoey apologized as she opened her CAD software. Courtney leaned her hip casually against Zoey's desk and looked at her worriedly. "Hey, what's up with you these past few days? Is everything okay? Is Max doing all right? He hasn't had any more complications, has he?" No, Max is doing okay." Zoey shook her head and smiled apologetically as she took the CAD drawing from her. "Come, let me see what's wrong with the drawing." "Okay, well, as long as you're fine, as long as Max is fine." "Seeing how worried you've been this week, I've been growing concerned," Courtney told her. "I'm fine, don't worry." Zoey smiled at her friend in an attempt to reassure her. "Hey, Zoey, this just came for you." An assistant approached Zoey's desk holding an express delivery envelope. "Here you go." "Thank you." Zoey took the envelope and looked at it, puzzled over what it might be. "What's that?" Courtney asked her curiously. "I don't know." Zoey shook her head and tore the envelope open. Inside it were only a few pieces of thin paper. Zoey started to read them, still puzzled, when suddenly the words HIV and test results jumped out at her. At that moment, Zoey's heart stopped beating. These papers were the result of Blaine's HIV test. Within a few seconds, her palms grew slick with sweat. Zoey had been anticipating the results, but now that she held them in her hand, she realized she was too cowardly to look at them. She closed her eyes and pressed the papers against her heart. She prayed for a moment and then opened her eyes. She took a deep breath and mustered the courage to turn to the last page. When she saw the words she was looking for, Zoey's eyes became watery. She was trying her best to control her emotions, but she couldn't help herself and burst into tears. This sudden change in mood frightened Courtney, who was still standing there. "Zoey, what's wrong? What happened? Why are you crying? Please, don't cry. Don't cry."
Hi, Zoey here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Rekindled Heartache now.